Welcome to Mountain Cooking with Missy. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make this whipped honey butter. I already made up some biscuits and these biscuits are just waiting to get some of this yummy honey butter that I made with honey from Willie Brooks Farm out of Blowing Rock, North Carolina. It is delicious honey, y'all, and it makes the best whipped honey butter. Y'all, every biscuit needs some honey, so I'm telling you, this is going to be good. I'm going to make it for y'all. Hey, mountain friends, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody is having a great day. I'm excited to show you all this honey that I'm about to use in this recipe. And this is a whipped honey butter for biscuits. I'm doing biscuits today. I already got my biscuits made. Over here on the side, look at my biscuits. These are my buttermilk biscuits and they just come out of the oven. They've cooled off, so I wouldn't be holding the skillet, but they're still a little warm. But this butter would go really good on about anything you want. And I like it on biscuits. I like it on my hot rolls too. So today I'm putting it on my biscuits. So just let me give you just a rundown of what this is going to be. You're going to need 2 sticks of unsalted butter. No, salted butter, sorry. This is 2 sticks of salted butter. It's all right. I prefer salted butter when it go to put on my breads, like cornbread, rolls, and biscuits. I prefer salted butter. If you don't want to use salted butter, it doesn't matter. You can use unsalted, but I think the salted does better. You're going to do 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. You need a powdered sugar instead of regular sugar because you don't want your honey butter to be gritty. Okay, so this is 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and we're going to do a 1/3 cup of honey. So, and I'm going to do just a dash of cinnamon in my honey butter. You can leave that out if you want, but just a dash. So let's talk about this honey, y'all. I love honey, and we get a lot of honey. I go places, I'm usually always hunting for honey. So I discovered this honey probably a couple months ago, and we've been using it. And this is honey from Willie Brooks Farm, and y'all know that I love to support businesses, small businesses, family-owned businesses, and this is out of Blowing Rock, North Carolina. And I will tell you all, this is some of the best honey I've ever had. Sour wood honey is a really sought after honey, and this is one, and as y'all can see, we've been eating it. And sour wood is one of the most sought after honeys for the taste. And it's really one of those honeys that's kind of like in what they say, kind of only found in certain areas, and I know the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina is one of them. And this is some good honey. This sourwood honey tastes kind of like butterscotch or caramel to me. It's really buttery. I love honey in general, but this is like a very good honey. They have a Foothill wildflower honey, and that's what we're going to use today in this recipe. It is so good. It's very light. It's kind of citrusy to me, but I love all honeys anyway. And this is the mountain wildflower honey, and you can see the difference in the colors of them. And it just kind of, honey is one of them things that just kind of blows my mind how it's just made and how God created the bees to make the honey, but I just love it. And this is with the honeycomb in it. It's good, y'all. And so I am excited about fall baking, and I'm excited to use this honey in my fall baking, y'all. So, but today I just wanted to make up some biscuits, and I'm going to show y'all how to make this honey butter. So, I will be dropping the link to their website where you can go pick up their honey, and you can get extra 10% off if you use the code MISSY. It's all capital letters, MISSY, all capitals, and the number 10. If you use that code, you can get an extra 10% off, and go check them out, y'all. And they have a Facebook page. Well, I'm going to be tagging that. They have a restaurant and a bakery, so if you're in that area near Blowing Rock, North Carolina, go check them out. Kathy and Jeffrey Garrett. And like I said, I like to support businesses, and I am definitely supporting them because this is some good honey, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we need a 1/3 cup of honey, and I am using the Wildflower honey today, and this is a little 1/3 cup measurement. Now I took a little butter and I just greased around the bottom with my finger with some butter, because this is it's a little trick that I learned, that when you're using butter, when you're using honey or syrup of any kind, sometimes it don't want to come out. And if you put a little butter or oil in there a little bit, it just helps it come out a little easier. So, and that about finished that one off, y'all. This is good. Like I said, we've been eating a lot of it, but it's some good honey. And this is all organic, let me say. This is all organic and unfiltered. Honey's really good for you. And to keep the health benefits, they have hives right in their backyard. So they do all this themselves. They jar them themselves. They jar all this honey themselves. And so go check them out. And they got some other great stuff too. So just go check out the website and use the code MISSY, MISSY, all capitals, and the number 10, and you can get an extra 10% off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over the camera and we're going to go over to the mixer. Before we do that, I'll go ahead and do this. So you want to whip this, okay? You want to whip it, and the butter needs to be softened but not melted, okay? And I just lay it out for a couple hours and get it softened. You can throw it in a microwave for maybe 5 seconds at a time to soften it. Just be careful not to melt it. And let me get the rest of it off of there. Don't want to waste butter. Y'all, I lucked out the other day and got some butter really cheap. Really cheap, like 50 cents. And I don't think I've ever got butter that cheap at Kroger the other day. And I racked up. I got a lot of it. It was salted butter, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it. So anyway, got the butter in there, and you're going to go ahead and put your powdered sugar in. And I'm going to go ahead and put a dash of cinnamon in there. Not a lot. And that's totally optional. You can leave it out. And so I'm going to whip it, and then I'm going to add the honey in. So I'll bring the camera over so y'all can see. So I'm going to start this out. Start it out on low. And let this whip up. Get it good. I'm going to let this whip for maybe about a minute, and I'm going to scrape the sides. Then we're going to drizzle the honey in. So I drizzled, well, I didn't drizzle yet. I scraped my sides, and I got it on low, and I'm going to drizzle the 1/3 cup of honey in there and just let it mix in. Oh boy, it's gonna be so good. Let me scrape the rest of it out. Don't want to waste none. I want to use all of it that I can. Now I'm going to whip it about another minute. So look at there. It's all whipped. Man, you can taste that honey. It is so good. Look at that. It's fluffy. And it's so good. And honestly, it is not, it's not like you taste all the butter. It's like not like you're getting a glob of butter. You can surely taste that honey in there, and that really good wildflower honey just coming through. It is so good. So now we're gonna put it on the biscuits. All right, guys, it's taste time, and that's my favorite part. Look at that. It's so good, and it's fluffy. Look at that, fluffy, and it is so good. Just a dash of cinnamon in there. You don't really get the overpowering cinnamon. I just put a dash in there. You can leave that out, but I'm telling you, I think it just gave it just a little hint of flavor, and the honey taste still comes through. So I'm going to just cut into a biscuit here, and we're going to have this I'm just going to cut into one of my biscuits. So I always say every biscuit needs some honey. I'll get it out in a minute. So I just tore open my biscuit here, and I'm going to just spread it on. Now my biscuit ain't it's not really piping hot. And I mean, some people like their biscuits really hot. I mean, I like it hot, kind of warm, but I don't want my butter to really melt. I want it to just kind of, stay right on there. And I just made me a little sandwich out of it, so I'm gonna take me a bite. That's so good. Oh, that's good. Look at that. Whipped honey butter. It's delicious. Man, you can taste the honey. It's so good. It comes right through that. Oh man, I could eat the whole thing. Lordy mercy. Woo! That's so good. It's so good. And I can't wait to put this on some of my hot rolls too. I love this on hot rolls too. And I like to drizzle just a little bit of honey on my biscuit too, and just eat like this. Before I sign off, I gotta do it. Y'all look, I'm gonna do a little bit of that sourwood honey that tastes like caramel. It's actually like a butterscotchy taste, but I'm just gonna finish this off. It's good. 10 out of 10, as Kendi says. Y'all, it's really easy and simple. So, all right. So I'll post a link. What you need, you just go there and use the code Missy, all capitals with the number 10, and you can get 10% off. And you can go check out their honey, y'all. They ship right to you. It's some good stuff. And I promise you, your biscuit will be happy. Your roll will be happy. Your cornbread will be happy. Yeah, I like honey on cornbread too. Anything will be happy. This will be good on French toast. It don't matter. It's just good stuff. And this is really good. I will post the recipe for you all. All my recipes are under photos, under the albums titled recipes. And I will be sharing this recipe for y'all. My biscuit recipe is already over there under the photos section. And the album titled recipes. And I do have a couple of videos actually me making biscuits. These are my buttermilk biscuits. So, and I'm just going to eat me just a little more dab. I'm going to finish this off. Even Maggie's happy. Y'all hear? All right, guys. Hope you make this. If you do, you let me know. And I thank y'all for watching Mountain Cooking with Missy, where it's nothing fancy. This is really some good eating. Bye, guys.